What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. Thanks for checking me out this morning. Check it, I'm not going to hold you guys. Normally, I don't drop videos on Sunday morning like this, but just something resonated in my heart to say, you know what? Speak on it. Speak on it, Flawless. So I'm going to speak on it. Again, like the video. Make sure you guys comment. Let me know what you think about these players. As you can see from the title, 8 players that need to show something, get their heads out of their butts. They need to pop off, show some signs of life. Week 3 of this football season. We're going to start with no other than Ezekiel Elliott. Okay? Now, I wasn't a 100% endorser of Zeke. Actually, I wasn't. I don't think I was even. I'm not sure if I was even half of an endorser of Zeke, to be honest with you. But nevertheless, currently right now, Ezekiel Elliott in half-point PPR is the running back through 2 weeks. He is the running back 47. 47, my good people. And that's actually with no... It doesn't seem like it's actually going to go up. You know, it doesn't seem like he's ever going to reach 20. It just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. He's likely to finish as an RB3, meaning basically finish in the running back 25 or below range. And that's actually scary considering where people pick Ezekiel Elliott at. 4th round and stuff like that, you know. Possibly 5th, but still, it just was no type of ceiling there. I told people about that. And I just didn't endorse people to be picking Zeke. But it is what it is. But this week, he has a Monday night matchup against the Giants. And if you can't get nothing going, if you can't cross that end zone, Zeke, and at least score in the teens of fantasy points, man, just forget about it. I mean, I'd be damn, might as well just sell him for chopped liver. Sell him for chopped liver. Okay? You're not even going to eat the chopped liver. You're going to feed it to cats or something like that. Get rid of Zeke. For one thing, it should be nobody on this channel that really has Zeke, you know, that's listening to me because I didn't endorse him like that. But I'm not even sure if I gave him a yellow or not. Either way, Ezekiel Elliott needs to show something this week. Well, that's a wrap if he does it. All right? Running back 47 is no good. He's averaging 5.4 points a game. You know, that's not good. Number 2, let's go to Mr. Rashad Penny. He's not much. He's actually worse than Zeke. He's averaging 4.6 points a game. He is running back 52 and half-point PPR. He has a matchup this week against Atlanta. Now listen, Penny, if you can't do nothing against Atlanta, okay, and you're at home versus Atlanta, if you can't do nothing there, Rashad, you're probably not going to get the start anywhere else, okay? Listen, the coach said, here's the deal, though. The bad part about it is coach said that he wanted to start opening things up a little bit more. So I actually think he wanted to get DK Metcalf a little bit more involved. You know, so we'll see what happens there as well. So good luck with that. Let's go to the third person. Third player on the list is running back Damien Pierce. Currently, running back 43. He's currently running back 43, averaging 6.3 fantasy points a game. And listen, there's a lot of hype behind Damien Pierce. Granted, now he is a rookie. He is a rookie on Houston. Lovie Smith has. I just feel that he's going to be like. I don't want to. Just don't take me the wrong way when I say this. But he's going to have, this is going to be almost like a Nick Chubb situation, unless they start throwing it to him, where he's only going to be productive or had the ability to truly be productive if he's in a game where the running game's not getting game scripted out, you know. So even with Nick Chubb, yes, he's the number 1 running back in fantasy right now, and I love Nick Chubb, love him. But there are games when if they get this games, if he gets game scripted out, you know, it'll be hunting there the majority of the time, and he can't just impose his will, rushing 23, 24 times a game and doing Nick Chubb things. I believe it's the same type of way with Damien Pierce. Now, granted, this week, He has a nice matchup. Playing against Chicago. He's at Chicago, but not to call him Aaron Jones either, but Aaron Jones popped off on him. I think he kind of profiles like that. They need to start throwing it to him. They need to kind of make Damien Pierce. There's a lot of names I'm throwing out here, but I want you to try to make it seem like I'm trying to say that he's this guy. But they need to actually use him more like an Arian Foster type. That's how you're going to get the maximum juice out of this guy. Damien Pierce, it's a possibility, but right now, through 2 weeks, half-point PPR, he's running back 43. That has to change. It has to change. Now, let's go to number 4. Number 4, we're going to go with a quarterback had to make this list, and it's you, Mr. Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, out of 30-something quarterbacks, Russell Wilson is number 20. He is the 20th ranked quarterback in fantasy football. That is saddening. Very saddening. That's behind Trevor Lawrence at quarterback 14 and behind Daniel Jones at quarterback 19. But I thought Russ was supposed to cook. All this offseason hype. So many people told you, go up there and get Russ. Wait into the round 6, 7, or 8 and get Russ. If y'all, not y'all, because y'all know we don't do that here. But if you did that, you're screwed. If you did that, you've been royally screwed, probably sitting at 0-2, a comfortable 0-2. So, and then we're coming up against my Niners Sunday night. It ain't going to be good for him. It ain't going to be, he definitely ain't going to cook. Might have a decent, good game, but he ain't going to cook. So we'll see what happens. It'll be a good game tonight. But Russell Wilson sitting at number 20. He has to show something, or else, he got to get up out of here. Averaging 14.9 points a game. That's terrible. Number 5, let's go to Kyle Pitts. Yes, tight end Kyle Pitts. People were talking about picking Kyle Pitts late second, third round. I'm sure you guys heard it. You didn't hear that out of Flawless Fantasy Football. You know you didn't hear that. I endorse elite quarterback, i.e. I endorse Josh Allen, possibly Justin Herbert early. Outside of that, wait a little bit for the next tier of quarterbacks. Absolutely not at picking Kyle Pitts. Atlanta is Atlanta. Will he have some games where he pop? Yes. But come on, Kyle Pitts. You're tight end 37. 37. Now, did me and other NFL YouTubers, fantasy football YouTubers, you'll like Cole Kmet? Yes. But guess what? You were paying a 9th round price for Cole Kmet. Started out rough with the monsoon game. Then, that scrub quarterback over there, they don't let him throw. He either can't throw both. Who knows? But this is nonsense. Having Kyle Pitts be the tight end 37. You can close your eyes and throw a freaking dart and throw it and hit a tight end on the wall of a list of tight ends, and they'll have been an outperformed Kyle Pitts. 2.9 points a game he averages. He has 5.8 points in 2 games. Half-point PPR. That's saddening. So, again, I'm not about trying to have, that's one of the things about me in Flawless Fantasy Football that I endorse. It's not wasting your early picks. Getting that nice nucleus, the first 4 and 5 rounds, hitting on them and making sure you don't strike out. That's what keeps you in the game. But when you're throwing away 3rd round, 2nd round, 3rd round picks, that's going to hurt you. Because everybody's going to throw away picks because going to miss on picks. It don't matter who you are. But you don't want to miss on that core. All right, let's move on. Number 6, speaking of which, we're going to go to Mr. Cole Kmet. You know how many points he has in 2 freaking games? You get 1 guess. No, you get 0 guesses. Because that's how many points he has in 2 games. Freaking-row. That means no catches, no nothing. A lot of that is his fault because the quarterback's only throwing the ball like 18 times or something in 2 games. and one being the monsoon game, but nevertheless, he's in a bad situation. I think he can pop off against Houston. If you can't show nothing against Houston, Cole, and you at least have some, 5 or 6 targets, you got to show something. I believe he will. I'm sure everybody around here done dropped him. I have. He ain't on neither one of my 3 rosters. You had to go. I got rid of him week 1. I ain't care about the monsoon, situation. But hopefully he shows up today because he's an extremely talented player, and I like to see it. Number 7 is Darnell Mooney. Now, I wasn't all geeked up on Darnell Mooney like that. I wasn't all geeked up on him. I saw the possibility where he could have had targets, but I just didn't feel 100 about it. I didn't feel a buck, to be totally honest with you. So I saw a path to where he could be very good. It's not too late. It can possibly happen. But Darnell Mooney is currently, wait for it, wide receiver 131 in half-point PPR. 131. That equates to, in 2 games, he has a total of 1.4 fantasy points. That's mind-boggling. He's averaging 0.7 points a game through 2 games. And wide receiver 131. Man, I hope he gets off the snot today. I'm be honest with you. That Houston-Chicago game better be a good one. I hope it's a high-scoring game just to get these guys off the bottom of the pot. Because if you cook something too long at the bottom of the pot, it's all that. They get burnt down there. And then they're going to stay burnt down there. It's going to be the color of their uniforms. Get up from there. And I hope I don't want to say a barn burner, but I just hope that both of the teams score well in the 20s today, Chicago and Houston. I want to see these guys with some stats. Number 8, we're going to go with my beloved 49er, George Kittle. George Kittle, look, I said this last year. Look, I'm not a homer around here. As you guys can see, like, outside of Jordan Mason, there's no 49er on my team. I am not a homer. Like some people, if they were Denver Broncos, they have a freaking boatload of Denver Broncos players on the team. Or Miami Dolphins, they have a boatload of Miami, or at least have 2. See, that's how you can tell I'm transparent. But outside of fantasy football, I'm still transparent. But you can't be all homering up, that's not a good recipe for fantasy. So if a 49er's on my team, it's going to be not only for the cheap, but I'm also going to see a ceiling in them. That's what I see in Mason. But let's go back to George Kittle. They say he's off the injury report. He's going to play. I believe he will play. Obviously being off the injury report. But they're going to make sure they put Garoppolo in the best chance to where he can succeed, having all those weapons. I think he'll do fine. I think Garoppolo will account for at least 2 TDs. And I believe we'll beat Denver handily, hopefully. And I think George Kittle will have a decent day. I don't know if he'll pop off or what, but this man needs to stay healthy, man. Like, you just getting on the field in this week 3, people paid probably a 5th-round price for you in fantasy. That's tough. But he needs to show something and get off the snide. Now, that's 8 players. Because I like you guys, because I love you guys' spirit, I'm going to give you a bonus. And this is dear to my heart because I put this son of a gun up on the wide receiver 1 list as a top 12, as I did on Robert. We're not going to talk about that. Desiree Catherine Metcalf. Yes, Desiree. That's a freaking Ray. Get off your tail, Desiree. Now, a lot of this has everything to do with Geno and that freaking pedestrian, non-explosive offense. I know. But, dude, you are a monster, and you got to make things happen. You got 5.3 points a game is what you're averaging in half-point PPR, and you're a wide receiver 72. I know it's still early, Catherine. I know it's still early. But you got to start beasting up and demanding the ball. I don't care if you got to get in the press and say something, because normally squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? But I don't care. Let's get to it, DK. All right? I Put my neck out there on the line for you guys. DK, Desiree, Catherine. So those guys are my 8 players that need to show something week 3. Need to get off the snide. Let's go through them again. That's Ezekiel Elliott, Rashad Penny, Damien Pierce, Russell Wilson, Kyle Pitts, Cole Kmet, Darnell Mooney, George Kittle, and Metcalf of the DK variety. Just wanted to talk to you guys about those players. I'm keeping an eye out for them. I want them to do well, even if I didn't necessarily endorse them like Zeke or Mooney or like that, you know, with full endorsement. I want to see the players do well. I don't like to see people struggling like that. Flawless Fantasy Football. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the comments. Hit the like. That's what I'm charging for this video. Hit the like for your boy. Flawless Fantasy Football. Enjoy week 3. I'm going to be crunk tonight during my 9 game. Holla at you. Peace.